Welcome back to another Pokemon Throwback Thursday, where every single Thursday morning I post a video covering everything vintage. Today we are going to take a deep dive into Aquapolis. Now this is the second English e-reader set and the very first set to have crystal cards. And then of course we are going to check out our normal grails, gold stars, crystal cards, shinings, and we got a few new ones today. I'm going to keep adding some more just to keep it fresh. We do have to give thanks to our video sponsor real quick, and that is Punch-Out Gaming. Punch-Out Gaming is my local game store that I go to and the #1 game store in all of Minnesota. I've actually been at them all. Nobody can beat the variety. You can order right from their site too. They got stuff for everybody. Pokemon, sports cards, Yu-Gi-Oh!, One Piece, Lorcana. They got a ton of sealed cases, tons of video games. But they have one of the best selections of raw Pokemon cards that I have seen in the store. Every time I come in there, I always pick up some bangers. So definitely check them out. They're only located 30 minutes north of the Twin Cities, and the links are in the description. All right, starting off, we're going to take a little peek at the actual Aquapolis set. It's 182 cards. 32 of them are holos, pretty heavy. And then there are 3 secret rares. So we're going to scroll down and check all these holos out. On Poke Collector, they did not have the pictures for some reason, but these cards are very, very solid. I love some of these arts. All right, starting off with the crystal cards, we got the Kingdra, Lugia, Nidoking, and then for the holos, we got Ampharis, Arcanine, Ariados, Azumarill, Blossom, Blissey, Electrode, Entei, Espeon, Executor, Houndoom, Hypno, Jumpluff, Kingdra, Lantern, Magneton, Muck, Nidoking, Ninetales, Octillery, Scizor, Slowking, Steelix, Sudowoodo, Suicune, Tentacruel, Togetic, Tyranitar, Umbreon, Victory Bell, Vileplume, Zapdos. And then too, let me know down below. We did Expedition last week. Now I know Aquapolis has crystal cards, so it's a little different. So let's not count those, but let's just compare the holos from Aquapolis to Expedition. Let me know in the comments which one you guys like better. Love to know. All right, we are checking some recent sales. So we got the Blissey here near mint, $50 plus $9 in shipping. We got the Ninetales, says excellent condition, $104. We got a Beckett 9 Umbreon Holo for $1,075. We got the Holo Umbreon, doesn't say condition, but I did mark near mint, $450. We got the Kingdra, pretty affordable here, $47. For the Holo, we got the Vileplume with a swirl, excellent to near mint, $85 our best offer. We got the Houndoom. This might be my favorite Houndoom card. It might be. It's super, super close. $190 for near mint. Then we got the Hypno in a basic CGC 10 sold for $350. It's another very awesome card. I like that Hypno card. That is my favorite Hypno card. We got the Octillery in a PSA 8 for $73. We got the Blossom for $53 in a PSA 8. So, I mean, if you're looking for some binder cards, not too bad, you know, $50. Then we got the Zapdos Reverse Holo for $35 plus $28 in shipping. We got the Umbreon non-holo for $36. We got the Ariados in a PSA 10 for $275. Vileplume for $45 in near mint. We got the CGC Basic 10 Togetic for $480. We got the Tentacruel. This is an awesome Tentacruel card. Sold for $52, says near mint. We got the Scizor in a PSA 9 for $180. We got another Scizor for $100 raw. Here we got the T-Tar. Wow, holo. PSA 8. Still got $450. Then we got the Hypno in a CGC 9 for $102. We got the Reverse Holo Tyranitar for $95 in lightly played. We got the Umbreon for $450, your best offer. The Houndoom for $300. The Umbreon Reverse Holo for $90. The Umbreon Holo for $450. T-Tar Holo for $450. And we got a PSA 10 Magneton here for $400. We'll check a few more and then we will see the most expensive. We got the Jumpluff here for $23. We got the Slowking in a PSA 8 for $165. I love that Slowking card. We got the Azumarill in a CGC 9 for $70. We got the Lantern here. I love Lantern in a PSA 10, $375. And we got the Electrode Reverse Holo for $25. Parasect Reverse Holo PSA 10 only sold for $113. It's not bad. The Electrode Holo $325 in a PSA 10. Slowking in a 9 for $195, and the Entei here in SGC 9.5 for $409. And then we got the Suicune. Wow, PSA 10, $2,200. That is a good chunk of change. The Blissey back at 9 for 150. We got a Scizor PSA 8 for 120. We got a basic CGC 10 for 600 for the Suicune. And to end it off, we got the Togetic PSA 9 for 160. All right, we are going to go check the most expensive. I'm curious if it's going to be the Suicune. Let's check here. Well, let's ignore the crystal cards technically, but I'm curious for the regular set. But the Crystal Lugia here on August 7th, so we've probably already looked at the sale, sold for $10,850 in a 10 for the Lugia, and the 9 Lugia sold for $3,499 or best offer. And the most expensive sale that we have for the regular set is the Tyranitar in a holo for $2,499. We got a Lugia SGC 9 for $2,280, and then there is that Suicune PSA 10 for $2,200. We got the Nidoking crystal card for $2,125. Man, all crystal cards. Well, here's the Espeon holo PSA 10 for $1,499 or best offer, and the Umbreon in a PSA 9 for $1,500. That's what I'm curious. I wonder what the PSA 10 Umbreon would sell for, because I'm pretty sure it would definitely probably beat the Tyranitar and the Suicune. But yeah, you cannot beat the actual crystal cards. And then of course, we're going to check the recent sales for the booster packs. Wow, these are pretty expensive. I remember opening a ton of these as a kid. Wow, just wish I would have kept a few. So we got the Aquapolis Tyranitar pack, $750. We got the Arcanine for $600. Another Arcanine for $750. We got the blister pack of Scizor for $900. Looks pretty clean too. Awesome pack. Wow, you got Umbreon, Suicune, and Lugia on the blister pack art. That is just crazy. Then we got the Tyranitar blister pack with a hideous $3.99 sticker on there for $1,300. We got the Japanese Wind from the Sea booster pack, which is probably the equivalent to Aquapolis. I'm not 100% sure, but $1,200. Then we got the Entei Aquapolis here with the Venusaur in the background blister pack, $1,199 with an ugly $2.99 sticker on there. Wish they never would have did that, but it is kind of cool to see the price, but still. Then we got another Tyranitar Aquapolis blister for $2,000. We got a likely heavy Entei for $730. Another Japanese for $425 or best offer. We got a graded PSA 10 Tyranitar Aquapolis pack for $1,800 or best offer. We got an Arcanine for $850 or best offer. We got a blister Entei for $900. See if anything else is in here. PSA 9 Scizor graded pack for $733. Wow, pretty expensive. All right, we are checking the recently sold for the crystal cards. Not too many sales. So we got a Golem here on October 7th for $430. Let's check the condition on this bad boy. Curious. Not too bad. Front looks decent. Man, I love this card so much. All right, then we got the Crobat here on October 4th for $360. We got the Ho-Oh in a PSA 3 for $327 or best offer. We got the Kabutops Box Topper. Man, I really want one of these in a PSA 10, sold for $350. I just love how big they are. They would just look so awesome for display or even like maybe hang up or something. Then we got the Crobat PSA 3. Looks like there's a nice swirl right there, right above his head, for $235 for a PSA 3. And we got another Golem. It says grade 9 worthy. Sold for $477 raw. And then to end it off, we got the Crystal Charizard PSA 9 for $11,800. So that was it for last week's sales for crystal cards. Next, we are checking Gold Star cards. These are all older sales for some reason. So we got the Raikou here, PSA 8 for $340 on October 6th. We got the Pikachu PSA 3 for $692 on the 5th. We got a Japanese Mewtwo Gold Star. I just seen someone had the complete set of all the Gold Stars in Japanese, which I haven't really seen in person before. They were absolutely gorgeous. But that Mewtwo sold for about $1,500 in a PSA 10. We got the Celebi in a PSA 9 for $1,000 on the 4th. We got a Raikou here, PSA 9 for 565. We got the Pikachu in a PSA 8 for 1700. We got the Charizard in a PSA 6 for 1500. And the Rayquaza Gold Star PSA 5 for $2,500. Wow, that Rayquaza is sick. That might be my all-time favorite Rayquaza card. There's my boy Regirock, PSA 8, 500 bucks, never gets any love. And here's a PSA 8 Mewtwo English for 1,200 bucks on the third. Good amount of sales. We got the Celebi PSA 9 for 1,000. We got the Mudkip PSA 7 for $1,100. We got the lightly played Trico for 600. The Beckett 9 Charizard for 5,900. And to end it off, we got the Torchic here raw for $1,250 or best offer. Not bad. Next, we are checking the shining cards from Neo. We got a raw shiny Magikarp for $112. Little damage up top. Definitely probably moderately played. We got a unlimited shiny Raichu CGC 6.5 for $288. We got a completely destroyed shiny Mewtwo for $225 for the unlimited. Crazy. Then we have an unlimited lightly played shiny Tyranitar for $282 or best offer. Unlimited shiny Magikarp for $280. CGC 6.5 shiny Tyranitar unlimited for $330. We got the unlimited shiny Magikarp for $261. We got the first edition shiny Magikarp for $350 near mint. When did this happen? Because I do need a new near mint first edition shiny Magikarp, so I've been kind of keeping an eye out. How clean is this? Let's see here. We got whitening, top, bottom. Yeah, I'm looking for a hair cleaner. Just a little bit cleaner. But I'm surprised I missed that one. Next, we got the Japanese Gyarados PSA 8, sold for $850. And we're only on October 5th. We got the unlimited shiny Raichu in a PSA 7 for $300. Unlimited shining Gyarados. What is that? German, maybe? Completely destroyed. Moderately played for $250 or best offer. We got the Japanese shining Kabutops in a PSA 8 for $475. We got a first edition shiny Mewtwo in a PSA 8 for $1,000. And October 3rd, we got the unlimited shiny Raichu for $240. Japanese shining Gyarados for $669 on the second. And to end it off, we got a unlimited shining Gyarados moderately played for $256. All right, next, Team Rocket returns. We got literally like 3 sales. There's like no good cards for these right now online. It's driving me nuts. So we got a $100 best offer Hitmonchan, sold on October 2nd. The first was the Suicune, heavily played for $140. And also on the first, we got the Moltres $140 or best offer with a Swirl moderately played. Next, we are looking at the Legendary Collection Reverse Hollows. We got the Machamp for $125, Bulbasaur for $120, and I did set these to near mint also. Pidgeot for $73. We got a PSA 8 Muck for $109. That is just a regular hollow. If you guys didn't know, the Legendary Collection comes in reverse hollow and hollow, but the reverse hollow is actually more valuable than the actual hollow itself. So we got the regular hollow Dark Dragonite in a PSA 8 for $111. Pretty cheap sales here. We got the Golduck, $36 plus $5 in shipping, and the Pidgeotto, same price. Let's see if these are actually near mint. Take a little peek. Definitely not near mint. Definitely not. I hate when sellers don't put card conditions, and I get why they do it. You know, it gets people to click on it. But I mean, this is a huge seller that does huge consignments, the Probstein here. And it's just so annoying that they don't put near mint. And then when I actually click the box for near mint, these show up. So next, we got the CGC Ninetales 9.5 for $350. We got the Machoke, my boy, CGC 9.5, $155. We got the Alakazam near mint for $200 or best offer. Next, we got a PSA 7 Flareon for $175 on October 7th. We got the Onix for $65. It says near mint. We got the CGC 9 Dark Persian for $140. We got the Rhydon CGC 9.5 for $140. Next, we got a PSA 9 Rapidash for $160. This is one of my all-time favorite arts. To me, it felt like the most hand-drawn card in all of the original sets. I remember specifically trading a Beedrill, a Butterfree, and a Dugtrio for this card We were at the bar. I grew up in the bar because there's not much to do in our town. So like, you know, when there's a Vikings game, the whole family's going to the bar. So I remember trading at the pool table those 3 cards to get this card. I wanted it so bad. I knew he was getting a much better deal. He also didn't want to trade it, but I just needed that card. Such a beautiful card. We got a Dark Persian PSA 9 for $190. We got the Rattata Near Mint Lightly Played for $60 for best offer. Ooh, we got a CGC Pristine Ammonite for $425. Another Rattata for $50. We got a PSA 9 Dark Slowbro for $150. We got a PSA 10 Seal for $600. So the Seal sold for $600 in a PSA 10, but the Ammonite in a CGC Pristine 10 sold for $425. Huh. All right, we got the Articuno PSA 8, sold for $281. Kabutops PSA 8 for $109. There's a ton of sales for these cards. We got the Snorlax PSA 7 for $229. And we're going to end it here. We got the Hitmonlee PSA 9 for $190. Next, we're going to the Call of Legends shiny cards. We got a few sales here. We got a lightly played to near mint raw Kyogre for $100. We got a PSA 9 Kyogre for $300. We got a PSA 8 Ho-Oh for $193. We got a heavily played Rayquaza for $35. Ho-Oh for $35. Kyogre for $45. Groudon for $30. Lugia for $50. We got a Ho-Oh 71 or best offer. We got a Dialga here for $90. And we got a PSA 9 Ho-Oh for $295 on auction. Pretty good for that card. And another PSA 9 Suicune for $475 or best offer. And to end it off, we got the CGC 6.5 Palkia for $95. Next, we are checking the Coro Mew card, one of my all-time favorite Japanese cards. I also did check this to near mint, so we got the CGC 8.5 for $325. We got a PGC 10 sold for $1,100. We got another PGC 10 sold for $653 your best offer. Very strange. We got a raw one for $392. Here's another raw near mint for $238. We got a near mint minus for $212. Let's see what this near mint minus looks like, so people kind of have an idea on what it's going to cost to actually get a nice copy of this card raw. I mean, not terrible, but definitely not the best. Such a beautiful card. I'm telling you, you guys, the sparkle on this card is insane. It goes through the whole card. Check a few more sales here. We got a Beckett 8.5 for $373. We got a PSA 9 for $471. We got a PSA 9 for $488. A Beckett 8.5 for $373. And we got a raw for $269 or best offer. And to end it off, we got another PSA 9 for $530 or best offer. Next, we are checking the Karen's Umbreon, trying to give a little love to these beautiful, beautiful Japanese cards. And I'll say it 100 times. I'll take this card over the Moonbreon 100 times over. So we got a PSA 9 Umbreon here for $765. PSA 9 for $850. So pretty close to the same price as the Moonbreon actually in a PSA 9. We got a PSA 10 sold for $2,199 though. So that's definitely beating the Umbreon. Now we got a PSA 9 for $710, another 10 for $1,625, so that's a little closer. We got a lightly played near mint for $449. Man, this card is expensive. Another PSA 10 for $25, another PSA 10 for $2,000. Such a crazy card. Wow, so beautiful. And to end it off, I'm definitely going to keep these on the grails because in my opinion, you know, I love crystal cards, I love gold stars, but these are the true grails. The first edition Shadowless base set cards. It's just kind of tough to actually get them to only be the first edition base set cards on eBay because there's so many different base sets and, you know, people just assume an unlimited is a first edition card if they don't know much. So as you can see, I clicked like 7 different things. But we got the CGC 7.5 first edition Blastoise for $1,450. We got a first edition Clefairy PSA 5 for only $157. We got a PSA 6 Poliwrath, one of my favorite cards, $305. Poliwrath never gets any love. We got the Hitmonchan for $300. We got the first edition Ninetales PSA 7 for $400 or best offer. We got an absolutely destroyed Charizard. See, that's what sucks too, because you can get a PSA 1 to where the front isn't so bad, but this front is just terrible. If you guys are just listening, you should really take a peek at this card. Like, it is just completely scratched. Like, I don't even know what they were doing. It almost looks like a pen or like they were using a key or something. But first edition Charizard PSA 1 sold for $3,500. Then we got a Beckett 8 Charizard first edition sold for $10,995 or best offer accepted. And we got the first edition Raichu in a PSA 8 for $660. We got a Beckett 8.5 Ninetales for $582. We got a raw first edition Chansey for $450. We get a raw first edition Venusaur for $405. Looks a little rough. I was going to click the card to see the condition, but I can already tell on the top it's going to be definitely moderately played. Then we got a PSA 4 Zapdos. Love that Zapdos. I think this Zapdos blows the fossil Zapdos out of the water. $200 for the PSA 4. And a Shadowless PSA 9 for $339. Looks like you can get a complete non-holo base set unlimited for $152. We got a first edition Raichu PSA 7 for $370. We got a first edition Raichu PSA 9 for $1,250. We got the Magneton first edition PSA 9 $745. We got the Zapdos for $535 thick stamp for the first edition and a PSA 8.5 gray stamp Mewtwo Beckett 8.5 for $760 for the first edition. Ton of sales. We're only on the 6th. So we got the Blastoise PSA 7 for $1,250. We got the Zapdos CGC 6.5 for $350. We got the Mewtwo PSA 1 for $409. We got the CGC 7.5 Alakazam for $650. We got the Poliwrath CGC 7.5 for $350. The Zapdos in a PSA 8 for $675. We're still in the 6th. We got a unlimited Blastoise for $180. Shadowless Charizard in a PSA 4 for $650. Here we got a first edition Venusaur PSA 6 for $710. The Shadowless Charizard in a PSA 5 for $720. We had a first edition Gyarados. Wow. Love that Gyarados card. PSA 8, $1,000. Shadowless Charizard in a PSA 8 for $2,100. We got a first edition Alakazam PSA 6 for $407. We're only on October 4th. We had a first edition Charizard PSA 6 sold for $7,500. It's not a bad price. Unlimited Blastoise for $82. We got a PSA 4 first edition Charizard for $4,250. We got a CGC 9.5 Ninetales for $1,350. We got a unlimited Charizard for $232. Let's see the condition on this unlimited Charizard, just so we have an idea of what a clean one is going for. Definitely not near mint. We will check a few more. We got a first edition Zapdos PSA 4 for $155. PSA 4 Blastoise for $900. We got the Chansey in a PSA 7 for $400. Clefairy for $160, moderately played. We got the Machamp Unlimited PSA 9 for $150, even though it does have the first edition. It's got the shadow. Then we got a lightly played to near mint Unlimited Charizard. Want to end it on a good one here. See if we got any other crazy sales. And we got a Beckett 8 first edition Chansey for $531. So, all right, that was today's Pokemon Throwback Thursday. If you guys do like this content, especially if you guys do like vintage, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like and comment. Leaving a like and comment helps the most. And if you do leave a comment, I comment back to every single person. And then too, if you guys want to know when 151 comes back in stock or any other awesome products, please follow me on my Instagram. Or if you want to support even more, you can join my membership for 99 cents a month. I also post it there. And then too, if you are a member, you can hit me up on Instagram or email and ask me whatever you want. And then you can use these special emojis in the chat, like the Suicune and stuff. So definitely check that out. But all right, I want you guys to have a great day. And if you want to watch my last Pokemon What If Wednesday, click this video here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.